Hello everyone. In this presentation, we are going to discuss about organizational behavior analysis of Ford Motor Company. My name is Milani and my team members are Marisha, Viranga, Yasas, Tanvir and Asiri. First of all, let me take you through the background of the company. Ford Motor Company is an iconic automobile manufacturer founded in 1903 by Henry Ford. The company designs and manufactures a wide range of vehicles including Ford trucks, SUVs, commercial vans and cars, luxury vehicles, electric and hybrid models. Additionally, Ford offers connected services and mobility solutions through its Ford Blue, Ford Model E, and Ford Pro divisions. With approximately 182,000 people working as employees. Ford operates in the Americas, Europe, Asia Pacific, the Middle East, and the Africa. Ford has a rich history of innovation and achievement, starting with introduction of the Model T series in 1908, the first car to be mass-produced on an assembly line, making automobiles more affordable to general public. The company continued to innovation in the following decades, introducing the V8 engine in 1932 and producing military vehicles during World War II. After the war, Ford resumed civilian automobile production, introducing new models such as F-Series pickup truck, the Thunderbird sports car, and the Mustang, which became a cultural icon. In the 1970s and 1980s, Ford introduced the Pinto, the Taurus, and the Explorer SUV, and the F-150 pickup truck. Today, Ford prioritizes innovation and sustainability, investing in electric and hybrid models, autonomous driving technology, and other advanced features to improve people's driving experiences worldwide. In this slide, we are going to talk about vision and mission of the Ford Motor Company. Regarding the vision and mission, the Ford corporate website presents a single statement titled Our Purpose, encompassing the company's vision and mission rather than explicitly defining these elements as two separate entities. Ford Motor Company's purpose statement is to help build a better world where every person is free to move and pursue their dreams. The purpose statement emphasizes mobility, a primary feature of the automobile and transportation industry. Also, it highlights the social purpose of Ford business, which is to enhance people's transportation and help them pursue their dreams. Based on the our purpose statement, we have created a vision statement and mission statement for the Ford company. The vision statement is to grow our position as trusted choice for automobiles globally. The mission statement is to produce valued automobiles that enrich customers' lives.
I'll be taking you through the critical analysis of the organization behavior at Ford. Currently, they have a special compensation, talent, and culture committee where they make sure that they maintain their culture values according to their goals. And with the code of conduct, they maintain their culture values. So this committee makes sure that they recruit and hire the people which are most suitable to their organization, especially the leaders and their skilled laborers. They make sure that they have a diverse culture maintained in their organization because they want to make their production innovative in the industry. There's a small issue with 2021 with the laws because there was a decline in employees with 5.46% in the overall industry. But that's not because of their job satisfaction or their leadership. It's mainly because of their revenue decline after COVID effects and everything. So they make sure that their team collaboration is maintained within the organization because already they have volunteered 1.3 million hours since 2005. Moving on with the critical analysis of job satisfaction at Ford. Since 1914, they have paid high wages to all their employees, and it's currently well known that Ford pays high wages for all their employees worldwide. Apart from the wages, they have special pension plans, bonuses, extra paid holidays, and special holiday plans for all their employees. And it makes sure that the job satisfaction level is high at 4. Apart from those benefits, they have flexible working hours. They have flex hours and transitional work with prior approval to their management. Also, they make sure that the work-life integration is maintained at all times. Further, they have health and safety procedures maintained at the workplace, and that's a special team where they look after their procedures are maintained and up to quality standards. And also there's a job rotation facility where they have international transfers and specific job rotations according to their preference. Also with the promotional changes and everything, they make sure that it's streamlined and it's up to standards within the organization. Also, they have 64% positive feedback from all their employees with their job satisfaction level, because with all their benefits and flexi hours, with their compensation and all their wages, they make sure the job satisfaction level is maintained at all times in Ford company. So now I will take you all through how a new project was introduced to Ford and how it got affected to their job satisfaction level. So this was called the News Engine project, which was introduced by the top management to increase their productivity levels. So because earlier days it was all together where they fix all the vehicle parts and make the production. But with this new workflow, the assembly line was segmented into different categories. Some were fixing tires, some were fixing the glasses, and some were checking on the interior design and the fixing of interior designing. So this was satisfied with some employees because they had to concentrate on one particular job role in their day-to-day life. But many were dissatisfied because they were worried that they were not rewarded or credited for the end product of their organization, because it was used to be that everyone was as a team together was fixing all the parts, but with the new workflow it was segmented, so they had to concentrate on one particular job role. So many they were dissatisfied because it was not clearly communicated what will happen, what is the end goal, why they are doing this, because the management wanted to increase the productivity, but it was not clearly communicated why they are doing it, and they have a participation to the end product. And mainly it was due to miscommunication, and they were dissatisfied with their job role. So it was identified later on with the managers that there was a skill gap as well, where they couldn't cope up with the new job roles in their company, because there were skill gaps and knowledge gaps where they didn't had proper training and development to cope up with the new workflow in the organization. And some major mistakes were there, so they couldn't cope up with the new workflow, and the frustration level was high with the employees. So it was identified later on, and then only they rectified that issue, that they had not communicated the end goal to overall employees in the organization, and it was not properly trained, and it was not streamlined how they introduced the new project workflow in the organization. So this was the main cause to decrease in their job satisfaction level. So after that, they rectified it and they recruited new employees who are skilled and properly guided to some particular job redesigning were done, and they made sure that going forward how it will affect overall employees if they don't communicate it properly to the employees. So the job satisfaction level was after that it was properly maintained, because they made sure that whatever the top management decision regarding the end goal or objective of the organization is communicated clearly and guided to all their employees going forward.
Let's see the leadership in organizational setting in Ford Company. So, in general, leadership is a process in which a person directs an organization while inspiring others in order to achieve a common goal. So, Henry Ford is a founder of the Ford Company. So, he led the company innovatively and with outstanding leadership skills. So, because of that, company has a well reputation in the global business sector in currently and also in recent history. Alan Mulally was a remarkable character in Ford company because in 2006 the company has to face severe financial crisis because they lost like 13 billion dollars. So however the company converted to profitable company in 2009 because of the outstanding leadership and the culture fostered by Alan Mulally in the Ford Motor Company. Let's look at the organizational structure of the Ford company. So organizational structure of Ford is vertical and there are some functional groups for various functions of the business. And these groups are supervised by the vice president of the company and the CEO is on the top of the hierarchy. So the vice president is reporting to CEO and the middle managers report into vice president in the company. So and also the board of directors, they are fostering the company with code of conduct, business conduct, and ethical environment in the company. So if there is unethical behavior, they provide avenues to reporting to them, and also they support and development of an honest and accountable corporate culture in Ford business company. Recently, the Ford leadership style is evolved with more inclusivity and collaboration. So, in terms of decision making, they are trying to be more team oriented and empowering people in the all levels of the organization. Also, they committed to building a culture that supports collaboration, creativity, and the inclusivity, according to their sustainability report in 2022. And also, they are more goal orientation and work as a team towards to achieve goals. So in 2006, as I mentioned earlier, in the time of financial crisis, Alan Mulally, he first outstanding leadership and he wanted to cascade the future plan from the top level to the bottom line of the organization. Because of that culture and that communication process, the company has able to overcome the financial crisis in that time. Furthermore, Ford leadership has developed corporate governance concept, policies, and practices in order to ensure that the company is operating effectively while maintaining the trust of the stakeholders. Stakeholders such as customers and investors are their main concerns while they are operating and functioning in the company. Also, they adopted the reliable risk analysis process with regard to compliance, reporting, operational, and the strategic risk. This implies that the company has a strong communication level and from top management to the bottom line of the company, and also with the functional groups and teams. So finally, the Ford leadership foster diversity, equity, and inclusion at all levels of the company, and they are working towards these concepts, and they foster ethical work environment for their workers.
Well, in this presentation, Ford and three other well-known corporations which are operational in automobile industry, namely Audi, Toyota, and BMW, companies are compared industrially concerning the leadership in organizational settings. Autocratic, transactional, relations oriented, transformational leaderships are few examples of diverse management leadership styles. These companies employ each of these leadership styles based on various reasons. Basically, an organizational behavior subsystem, which is also known as leadership in organizational settings, involves leaders establishing strategic goals and inspiring team members to complete tasks that advance those goals very effectively. Regarding the Ford's leadership, Henry Ford's leadership of the corporation was followed by 2 years of significant losses. And in 1945, Henry Ford II, Henry's grandson, took the company over. He led the firm back to profitability and gave Roberts McNamara from the Planning and Financial Analysis Division the authority to change Ford's management and leadership practices. At that point, Ford's management style was transformed from one of the oppressive autocratic authority to professional oligarchy. Before Alan Muley came to be the CEO of the Ford's leadership went several changes. Muley's positive leadership suggested an inclusive and transparent management approach. For instance, in the past, one of the several senior supervisors punished an employee for making unapproved and unilateral decisions to discontinue manufacturing process on any specific event. Muller thinks that rather than questioning why the worker decided to hold the production, we should ask him how the leadership could improve the situation. Muller points out that if a secure atmosphere is provided for the workers, they will feel more at ease while they are working. Turning towards the Toyota company, Toyota leaders follow a unique mindset and approach consistent with the Toyota way. The two-dimensional leadership matrix aids in illustrating what sets Toyota leadership apart from the other corporations. On the other hand, leaders have two options for governing. Either employing top-to-down instructions to dominate or bottom-up enlarging methods to train people to think critically and make wise decisions, which is followed by Toyota very often. Toyota's executives have demonstrated a strong commitment to involving those performing value-added job in process improvement. Yet performing staff participation alone is insufficient in characterizing a Toyota leader. This is how they introduce their leadership in their official information sources. Well, it is often said that the most successful and appropriate kind of leadership style for this automobile industry is transformation leadership. Thereby, the leadership style transformational management is the most appropriate for BMW business environment, especially in Germany. The benefits of this transformational leadership style for BMW was numerous. The benefits include the leaders demand the highest performance from their team and themselves. To help BMW be more productive, they also urge every team member to fulfill their goals. For BMW increase employee efficiency and satisfaction, this transformation leadership uh, was the ideal or the best fit for an environment or business environment, especially prevail in Germany. Well, in comparison, Audi, one of the world's leading manufacturers of premium cars, in the current process of unbossing, according to the Audi's board of management. Everything has grown faster in the age of globalization, digitalization, and social media, they say. According to the Audi's leadership, business and management act quickly, adaptably, change course when necessary, and they take calculated risks. This also entails using agile management approach of unbossing. Admittedly, environment where the creativity may flourish requires that management and employees view each other as equals. Under agile leadership, each employee is given a greater professional responsibility, while the manager depends more on the trust and gives up some control for the employee.
Ford Motor Company is one of the largest family-owned business in the world. For this project, we did a careful evaluation regarding the Ford's leadership, organizational structure, as well as the its employee satisfaction level. Based on our findings, there are numerous strengths over its competitors in the automobile industry. First and foremost, Ford Motor Company has unique training and development programs that benefits both the company and its employees. This training and development programs helps to innovate new products as well as increase its customer satisfaction levels. Also, due to these effective training and development programs, Ford was able to create new range of car series into the market. Another main strength of the Ford company is its market share. Based on our findings, the main reason for this market share is its effective leadership styles, because Ford leaders are more focuses on the new innovative productions and the work collaborations. They are more focuses on work as a team and achieve their performance together. So this will help to increase Ford market share and its performance. Also, Ford has a strong brand image that helps to attraction of its products and encourage customer loyalty. We believe that Ford Motor Company's solid organizational culture helped to increase this strong brand image, as well as its training programs, innovation, leadership style helps to expand this business globally. Moreover, based on our findings, we have identified that there is some flow areas regarding Ford Motor Company's operations. Especially, there is a significant gap between employee workforce and its employee satisfactions. The main reason for this significant gap was the lack of training, new workforce segmentations, as well as miscommunication between employer and employees. Moreover, it has been stated that there is some unethical leadership behavior regarding the employee disciplinary actions has occurred in the past years, and this was negatively impact for the Ford Motor Company.
Hi, Professor. So I will be taking you through the recommendations, development opportunities, and implications of Ford Motors under the selected OB subsystems, leadership and organizational settings, and job satisfaction. Moving on with the recommendations part, under leadership and organization settings, we have identified as the key finding of where Ford does conduct special employee research and development initiatives that benefit the corporation and the workforce. So for this key finding, we shall recommend the company to consider of having a cross-functional team within the various units under the R&D department, as to make sure that various people get the expertise in different sections, and they may use their skills and talents as to make sure that the company gets the maximum out of them as to achieve the company's goals and targets. And also the second recommendation that we have to make is also having organizational hiring requirements in the R&D department, which are more technically sound, and also which are different from other familiar areas of the organization, where the companies should pay attention to at Ford Motors. And also it was found that Ford's leadership style has changed over time. So that's greater inclusivity and teamwork. But to implement the most appropriate style suiting the company, we shall recommend styles considering the OB subsist leadership and organizational settings. The best would be democratic leadership style, where the leaders would consider the opinion of the employees before making the final decision, and the pace setting leadership style, where the leaders lead the staff from the front. And also moving on with the job satisfaction area, under the recommendations we shall recommend as to have as to cover the gap between the work process and employee satisfaction with respect to lack of training, work segmentation, and miscommunication. As to address this problem, we shall recommend to allocate a budget for training as per the requirements of the company goals and individual positions. And also we shall recommend to give clear guidelines or job roles for respective individuals and departments, which leads to clear work segmentation of the process. And also we recommend to have a formal communication platform between the employee and the employees as to reduce the miscommunication between them. Moving on with the development and opportunities at Ford Motors, Ford is more likely to develop substantial long-term benefits that might increase employee involvement at the company, and also as to promote customer loyalty as it has a great brand and operates with reason. And by encouraging the critical times in an organization's values, Ford's human resource principles guarantee that the brand image and also its values and its aim are upheld through demonstrating and communicating behaviors and personal perspectives tied to intent. So by recognizing and incorporating the characteristics of purposeful individuals into the recruiting and development subsystem, leadership and organizational settings which we have choose, likewise develops procedures for functionality and employment in this process. So moving on with the next slide, implications, potential priority areas in the future for Ford includes the staff satisfaction, that is to have a good communication channel between the employer and the employees. At the present, the company is using the intranet and the annual reports to communicate with the employees, but in the future they are hoping to use the company website as well as a communication platform. And also the company intends to create a staff satisfaction index score as to assess the job satisfaction. And also the business will carry out a yearly global pulse survey as to invite workers to share their real opinions with regard to work. And also the survey is to evaluate its overall HR quality and formulation. So that's all about implications that I have. Thank you.